to hate, but somehow still ends up on the mind of every non-Hellcat lover. But let's talk about something. Should you buy a Hellcat in 2026? And what is up with the Hellcat market? Let's dive in. What is going on, YouTube? I am back with another video, and this is a good one, you guys. We're gonna be talking about the Hellcat market, especially since it's going down, and should you buy one in January 2026? Now, yes, the last calls were the last year a brand new Hellcat came off the lot. And when I say Hellcat, I'm talking about strictly the 707, 717s, Chargers, or Challengers. Yes, I know there's Durango Hellcats out there, etc. The new TRX, I got you. I am specifically talking about Hellcats only, 707, 717. I'm not talking about red eyes, jailbreaks, whatever. I'm talking about base model Hellcats from the years 2016 to 2023, narrow or wide body. It does not matter, okay? So with this information, you're gonna be able to say, hey, is this market low enough for me to purchase? And is it a smart idea? So let's start off with three things. One, understand that between 2021 and 2023, Hellcats retained their value. Normally, most cars depreciate at a pretty alarming rate in this day and age. But due to last calls, the Demon 170, no more V8s being produced by Dodge, the Hellcat market went up and actually retained its value because people were afraid that there were going to be no more of these cars, so they became a collectible item for a short period of time. Now, fast forward to 2026, they're back on a depreciation curve. They're about $4,000 to $8,000 lost annually in depreciation. And in the first 3 years of ownership, brand new off the lot, depending on MSRP, you're looking at 20 to 30% of the value of your car gone. That's most cars though, don't get it twisted. So the biggest thing you gotta ask yourself is if you buy a brand new Hellcat, yes, I get it, it's 2026, they haven't been brand new since 2023. But if you buy one, in 3 years, a quarter of the value of the car will be gone. And if you're okay with that first one, go ahead and buy it. Now, I will also tell you, the average sale of a Hellcat in 2025 was $59,937, and the average Hellcat that was purchased was actually the year 2022, not a last call, not a 2019. The highest percentage of Hellcats purchased, whether it be from dealerships or private sale, was a 2022. The average value of a Hellcat in 2025 is $56,690, and then at the high end, $61,959. So when you see Kelly Blue Book and Haggerty and all these cars that are for sale on Car Gurus and Carvana and so much more, this is the average value of a Hellcat. This is what you're gonna get for it at its lowest market value, right? I know they're out there for 70, 80, 90K still, I got you. This is your smart buy price, right? This is, if you purchase it here, you'll get your money back. You'll at least even out at zero. These are the three things to know before we get into some of these, all right? Leave a comment if you got any questions. So I did talk about the average sale, so I'm gonna talk about the lowest and the highest sale to kind of help you out with that. The highest sale in 2025 was $78,000, right? Understand that means even if it was a 2023, that is still a 2-year-old car with X amount of miles for $78,000, and you're only getting 707. I would say if you're gonna pay $78,000, you may as well jump up into the red eye range and so forth and spend a little bit more money. My opinion, for $78,000, you can get a lot more car now than 707. The lowest sale, which actually shocked me, this is a dealership sale in 2025, was $36,000 for a Hellcat. Somebody got off. Now, granted, I might be high mileage, you know, multiple owners, users, whatever you want to call it, but at $36,000, that used to be used Scat Pack prices back in the 2018 and 2020 round. So, shout out to whoever bought that. And then the overall average sale between the 16s all the way up to the 2023s is still between 56 and 60K, which means those 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 years of the narrow body Hellcats with the 707 are holding back the value of the 2020 and above when you talk about wide bodies and introducing a lot more to it. Colors, variances, wide bodies, rim styles, interior packages, all of that. So understand, as you get into the later years or newer years, you're getting a lot more features and newer things, but that value is still being held down by some of the older cars. Again, look at the difference here in the highest and lowest sell of a Hellcat in the US. So the next question to ask yourself outside of are you okay with the depreciation is $70,000 to $80,000 worth it for pretty much just a wide body, right? You're still getting the same horsepower, right? You're just now adding flares. Is it worth it to you to pay 70 to 80 versus 56 to 61? You know your pockets. I'll just kind of point that out. So now that you got all of that info, right? This is what you can do with it. We have a depreciation by year, model, and then of course the value by the year. So they were only information from 2018 to 2023. I know we talked about 2016s, but in 2018, the average value over a 3-year period, they only depreciated 12%. Why? Couldn't tell you. 2019's depreciated 23% over a course of 3 years. 2020, the biggest jump, this is around COVID when everything was kind of going on, they depreciated at 27%. 2021, back to the same thing as 2019, 23%. 2022 depreciated a lot. And I did some research and I couldn't find out why, but economically we just weren't in the best place for the car market. So we saw a 27% decrease. And of course, I kind of figured this with 2023 being the last year they were made, the last call, they are only set to depreciate it at 14% average for this 3 years. So by the end of 2026, your 2023s will depreciate at the lowest rate for the 3-year average. Again, this is all into that first point I talked about. You have to be okay with your car losing a quarter of its value in the first 3 years of ownership. Now, you are like me, I don't own cars for that long. And this is coming from somebody who's owned Hellcats. Your dream car, I've owned it for a period of time outside of supercars and hypercars. So that is your depreciation. This is your average value. This is based on the average of Kelley Blue Book, Hagerty, and Car Gurus. And we have 2018, the average value, right? This isn't sale price, average value is $38,741. Your 2019 Hellcats are $39,768. And here's where you see the big first jump into kind of the newer models. Your 2020 average is 45. And then 2021, when your wide body started coming out for the Chargers, which is more popular than the Challenger, you know, not to be, I'm a Challenger guy, but you saw another $10,000, $11,000 jump, right? So almost doubled in value here. 2021, $56,496. Then you have a small increase to $56,501. And of course, your last call, of course, is gonna have that big jump because you still have the average depreciation value being low, and they haven't been out for that long. They're still a 2-year-old car, sitting at about $70,000. So if you ask me, Toro, is a Hellcat worth it? Right now, the Hellcat market is low, $56,000 to $62,000, and that is a good price for a very, very fast car. Don't let anybody tell you these cars are not fast. So if you're asking me, yes. So to that, should you buy? Answer these questions. Understand that on average, every $10,000 finance is about a $200 payment per month. So when you're financing $50K, because on average you're gonna bring $10K down on a $60,000 car, you're looking at about a $1,000 payment. APRs are out of this world right now. You used to see 1.3, 1.9 APRs. Now you're seeing 6 to 7% for the low end with great credit. So if you're asking me, is the Hellcat worth it? Yes, I've always thought the Hellcat is worth it. It's the best horsepower per dollar you can get. It's the quickest way to 1,000 horsepower factory that you can get. So yes, but also know the value will keep going down because I believe Dodge is going to release another supercharged V8, just like the TRX, just like the Durango. I just don't know what it's going to be yet. So stay tuned, because Dodge does have 2 more release dates. Yes, the value will go down, so should you wait? If you got the money right now, go grab one. But if you can wait, I would say closer to that late February, early March time frame, right around the time where the weather's getting good, you may find a really, really good deal, maybe even something under the 56 or under the 60K range for a really, really nice Hellcat with low miles right before car show season, right? So, to that, let me know what you guys think about the Hellcat market. Would you purchase a Hellcat? I would. Let me know in the comments, and we are out.